So over the past 2 years, a particular image has played a prominent role in my life. It's the wallpaper on my phone, the art on my kitchen wall, the sticker on the back of my laptop, and the art on the wall, a mural at 625 East Central Boulevard, down the road a bit. I'm the founding director of Urban Rethink, a community workspace and programming hub about 1.5 miles from here. When I got the news a few weeks ago that we'd be losing our space, the thing that struck me the hardest of all things was the fact that I'd be losing daily access to my friend the mural, Googly Ann. I teach digital storytelling to designers at Full Sail, and I preach the power of symbols, how a simple graphic or icon can be loaded with meaning, representing far more than its collection of marks, or in this case, scribbles. In the past 18 months, it's been on the wall. The mural has been a fueling station for me. It reminds me of why I do what I do. The artwork came from a portrait my niece, Gracie Ann, gave me on her 5th birthday. It was a self-portrait. It's come to embody my immense affection for my nieces, our community, and for all that's been accomplished under Googly Ann's overlordship. So here's how it happened. Upon returning to Orlando, I crudely photoshopped Gracie Ann's art onto the wall, and I sent it to my sister and said, show it to Gracie Ann and see what she says. And her reaction was all too matter of fact, it's not real. I took this as a challenge, and I thought, yeah, but imagine if it was. And I shared the notion with Dina and Pat and Kitty and Kim and Fiona and Ryans and Julia and Anna and dang near anybody who would listen. And I asked them, what if? What do you think? Can we do this? How can we do this? And thanks to their affirmation and support and resourcefulness, we made a way. Karen Rigsby helped me to figure out the eyes. Anna McCabridge-Thomas said she had the perfect artist, and she wasn't kidding. Carolyn Schultz was every bit as impressive as the art she produced. In a day and a half, she swept in, climbed up, and made the magic happen 1 grid square at a time. As it neared completion, I got giddy and sent a picture to my friend Chris Phillips George with the caption, "The audacity of play." That's what you should call it, she said. The audacity of play. A dedication that marked the first anniversary of Urban Rethink and a bold new theme for the year ahead. Months later, Gracie Ann was coming to town, and much to her surprise, we staged a grand unveiling. Catherine Neal even made the eyes work, and Thor was there sketching, and my family and friends, and the moment I'd been dreaming about since that first Photoshop, the big reveal. From astonishment to head-burying embarrassment on Gracie Ann's end, triumph to tears on mine. Then discovery. The mural was complete and the eyes moved. Regulars would jump when they caught a first glance. When kids would come in, I'd point up to it and watch their eyes turn from perplexed to wide-eyed. I'd tell them, somebody your age drew that. And I'd see the possibility swirl around them. Can I put my art on a wall? One of my favorite pastimes became juxtaposing the events and speakers with the googly-eyed girl. The PBS NewsHour's nationally televised presidential debate. The chief data scientist from Bitly. Business meetings, co-working, highfalutin parties, and of course, Gloria Steinem. Less than 2 weeks from now, the doors close on Urban Rethink. And unless I can find a way to liberate a 10 by 10 foot piece of drywall from its well-secured perch, her always welcoming arms will be waving goodbye, her eyes will close, and she'll forever lurk behind who knows what paint. But you know what, Orlando? Symbols carry their meaning. And we've still got ours. And we've got high-res pictures, and we've got printers, and the transformation village in Bithlo ready to become Googly Ann's next home in some form or fashion. Beyond that, thank you. Beyond that, we've got the legacy we've built, and we've got each other. I moved back home to Central Florida 12 years ago and made a feature film. When it was over, I wanted to do something to give back to the community that had helped me make my dreams possible. Something that could make many more dreams possible by gathering and cross-pollinating enterprising creatives from all walks of life. 40 months ago, an opportunity finally arose to make that real. The time since has seen scores of collaborations and hundreds of cultural events. It's brought the majority of tonight's presenters into not just my lives, but also each other's. It's inspired visitors to shift their Mickey Mouse views of Orlando and even move here. At the surface, there's something rather ridiculous about a googly-eyed vision, untethered, quixotic, not always on the same page. But it's also a vision with broader perspective and heightened possibilities, one that honors imagination and contributions from even the most unlikely of sources. My mission continues. Independent-minded, community-spirited, growth. Why? Because we have treasure in our midst. From the talent pool of recent graduates, transplants, and the underemployed on one hand, to the creatives, the curious, and the volunteers to be on the other. I call them gappers, and I'm one of them. And I'm minding the gap because our support structures haven't kept up with the societal change that's creating more gappers by the day. Yet it's gappers that will ultimately generate our solutions. After all, we're the entrepreneurs, innovators, and enhancers. It's our collisions, conversations, and collaborations that imaginations become real. And one thing is certain, there's a need for urban rethink and for opportunity structures like it. There's a need for new social institutions, something that fuels gappers by combining elements of work, play, family, school, church, and the library. And we've pioneered that right here in Orlando. But we're not finished, and I'm not stopping. As urban rethink, we're losing our space and our scope, but not the audacity of our play, nor the tenacity of our purpose. People say things happen for a reason. Let's make that reason. Imagine the possibilities. They're real, and they're spectacular. Thank you.